Alright, let's look at the White Pauper deck. Now the White Pauper deck is considered balanced or with a little bit of life gain, so a little defensive. Now the main strategy of this white deck is the air, flying. Starting out with this Welkin Hawk is a 1/1 flyer. The best part about this Welkin Hawk is that when it dies, you get to go through your deck and get another Welkin Hawk. So once you have one out, you're going to get all four out. So that's pretty good value. This white deck has lots of cards that as they die, you lose them, they come right back. Next up, you have the Diving Griffin. It's a 2/2 flyer, but most importantly has vigilance, so it can attack without tapping, so it can play a little defense as well. Those are the two main attackers, which doesn't seem like much, but that's all this deck needs to win. The rest of the deck is going to be defensive and keeping it alive and protecting those cards. So the Wall of Essence is a 0/4 defender, meaning it cannot attack, but anytime it's dealt damage, you gain that much life. So it's going to take at least 4 damage to kill it, which will give you 4 life. Next up we have the Sanctum Custodian, who's just a little 1/2, but you pretty much keep him back and tap him to prevent 2 damage to a creature or player. Every turn you can prevent 2 damage. That's going to keep you alive a lot. The Mounted Archers is just a 2/3 who can block creatures with flying. He doesn't have flying himself, but he can block creatures with flying. And for 1 mana, you can make him block more than 1 creature. So he's kind of a chump blocker, again, to keep you alive. The next one is Lone Missionary, which is a 2/1. And when he enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. So again, he's good to get out early. He can chump block a little red creature and gives you some life to keep you alive. The biggest creature in this deck is the Loxodon Partisan. For 5 mana, you get a 3/4. But most importantly is the Battle Cry, meaning when he attacks, every other creature gets a +1/+0. So you attack with him and some of your flyers, and those flyers will get through with a lot of damage. Even if he's not going to get through, your flyers will get through with extra damage. So there's the offense. Now on the defensive side, we have a lot of instants and enchantments to help us out. Anoint prevents 3 damage to any creature, keeping your creature alive for only 1 mana, or for the buyback of 3 mana, you get to keep this card, so it comes right back to your hand to be used again. The Celestial Flare can make the other player sacrifice an attacking or blocking creature. A really good defensive trick, especially if they're attacking with someone really big that you can't beat. Shelter, 2 mana, and target creature gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. So it's a card you keep back to prevent your cards from dying. And again, it lets you draw a card once you're done, so it replaces itself. Down on the enchantments, we have Brilliant Halo for 2 mana. It's a +1/+2. But most importantly is when the creature dies, Brilliant Halo comes right back to your hand. So there's that value. You get to use it again and again and again. It's very hard to kill. Throw this on a Welkin Hawk, and when the Welkin Hawk dies, you go get another Welkin Hawk, and you get your Brilliant Halo back, and boom, you just make another 2/3 flyer, like nothing happened. Divine Favor, +1/+3, but also gives you a little bit of life to keep you alive. Again, +1/+3 is very defensive, and that keeps you alive. Journey to Nowhere lets you exile a creature as long as this card's in battlefield. And so unless they have a Destroy Enchantment card, that other card, the creature that you exiled, is gone forever. 4 of those, so we have nice removal no matter how big the creature is. And lastly, Ethereal Armor is a really cool card. For only 1 mana, it gives you +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. So if you have this enchantment, itself gets +1/+1. If you have a Journey to Nowhere out there, or maybe a Brilliant Halo out there, you're getting more +1/+1. So maybe +2/+2, +3/+3. The more enchantments, the bigger this thing is. And it gives them first strike. So that's really going to make your little Welkin Hawk, or whoever you put out there, turn into a really ferocious card. 22 planes. Every card in this deck is 25 cents or less, making it an extremely affordable pauper deck. That's the white deck. Check it out.